Today is the vlog for April 28th, 2018. And it's been 1 week since I put Leo down. And I know that I sound like I'm probably just repeating myself and saying it, but I am thinking about him a lot still. I'm sure it's going to be that way for a while. Much like yesterday, the weather has turned cold and damp, but tomorrow it should be a lot less rainy. There might even be some blue sky in the forecast. But I spent all my day indoors today, or at least in a theater, because I went and saw Avengers Infinity War. And that film was 3 hours long. 3 hours long, and it still felt like it was paced, moving very, very quickly. But that's about the only real complaint I can lay. Well, it has just about every major name in Hollywood in it. And because it's very long, but it's very fast-paced, no one gets an awful lot of screen time. And it sometimes feels like no one gets the screen time they deserve. Everybody has a favorite character, and your favorite character might not be featured as prominently as somebody else's. But the centerpiece of the film really is Thanos, the bad guy. You get an idea behind his motivations, and while he is a terrible monster, you understand why he's doing what he's doing. And that's not easy, and considering what a ridiculous character he could be at times in the comic books. Somebody sent me a panel from an old Hellcat comic where he's riding around in a helicopter with Thanos written on the side. Oh, those were the days. Thanos is one of the longest running villains in Marvel Comics. I think he first showed up in the 60s, so he's a 50-year-old character. But he's not very well known by more modern comic fans, except as the guy who's not quite as big and powerful as Galactus and not quite as scary as the Joker, or for a Marvel character example, Magneto. There are a lot of big names, but Thanos is an interesting character because he's the one that the comic readers, the ones that have read a lot of the older comics, will go, yeah, this guy's important. In the comics, he's obsessed with impressing Lady Death, for whom he holds affection and is the only one he has any affection for, with some possible exceptions. And he's never painted in any sort of sympathetic light in the comics. But, well, anyway, I recommend you see the movie. It got pretty good reviews from my local newspaper. And while it can be emotionally draining at times, I think it was as well done as could possibly be expected from a giant crossover culmination. This really is a movie event that has been 10 years in the making. And on that account, it didn't disappoint. It feels like a big crossover event from the comics with all of that gravitas given to it. Not just by the big screen, but by 5 decades of history. You know, well done, Marvel. Well done, Marvel Studios. You guys nailed this one. You knocked it out of the park. And can't wait to see what comes next. So, I came in here last night very late. I'm pretty sure the video uploaded before midnight. But on the off chance that it didn't, at least I did record it last night before midnight, my time. I've got something under my fingernail. I'm just trying desperately to get it out.
which is not the classiest thing I could do on camera, but it's driving me nuts. There we go. I was in this room in the dark and I didn't see anything, and now I'm seeing all the familiar shapes, and I really have come in here and sat down here for 2.5 months, come to think of it. Maybe not 2.5, 2 1/3. But it's eerie. I still look for Leo. I turn a corner, I peek into rooms to see if he's sitting there, and it doesn't occur until after I've turned the corner or peeked into the room that he won't be there. But I got a letter from the veterinary's office telling me what a wonderful cat Leo was and how happy they had been to, serve as our veterinarian for 12 years. Well, it was good. It made me tear up a bit. I keep thinking about a new cat and what that would mean, but I just realized what I want is that sense of putting my hand down on fur and hearing that rumble and the plaintive meow for food. And it won't be the same. It would just be a different cat. I just want my cat back. How silly is that? Well, I'm Eric's Porn and Send. Tomorrow will be better.